What if I told you that the daily walking routine you're so proud of could actually be speeding up certain aspects of aging in your body? I know it sounds impossible. After all, we've been told our whole lives that walking is the healthiest habit there is. But this is what most doctors won't tell you. Relying only on walking after age 70 can silently weaken key muscles, leave your joints vulnerable, and actually increase your risk of the injuries you're trying to avoid. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and find that you can't get out of bed without help. For millions of older adults, this nightmare becomes a reality. Not because they weren't active, but because they focused on the wrong type of activity. A shocking study from Harvard Medical School followed 3,400 adults over 70 years old for 5 years and found that those who only walked for exercise were 47% more likely to suffer from mobility-limiting injuries compared to those who added just 5 specific movement patterns to their routine. Before we dive into the topic, I need to know where you're joining us from today. Write your city or country in the comments. I read them all and they help me understand this amazing community we're building. And if you're over 60 and serious about protecting your independence, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Trust me, what I'm about to share with you could completely change the way you think about staying active. Now, if you're watching this video and you feel identified, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your opinion matters, and I want to know you're with me on this journey. I'm Dr. I.L. Morgan, and for more than 2 decades I've helped thousands of older adults transform their health. Not through complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments, but by understanding what their bodies truly need to thrive after 70. Today, I'm going to share 5 doctor-backed alternatives to walking that will help you live longer, feel pain-free, and move with the energy and confidence you had decades ago. Here's the truth that took me years to understand. Walking is like watering a plant. It's necessary, of course, but without the right sunlight, nutrients, and strong roots, that plant will still wilt and die. After age 70, your body needs more than repetitive movements. It needs variety, targeted strength, and specific challenges that walking alone can't provide. Let me tell you the story of Helen, a retired teacher, 72 years old, who thought she was doing everything right. Every morning, without fail, she walked 5,000 steps through her neighborhood park. She felt proud, healthy, and strong, until the day she tried to climb 2 steps with a single grocery bag to her front door. Her knees buckled, and she fell. Fortunately, she didn't break anything, but that moment changed everything. Her doctor explained something that shocked her. Helen, walking moves the body, but it doesn't strengthen it. Her muscles had been quietly weakening, even though she was active every day. That's when Helen discovered what I'm about to share with you. 5 specific movement patterns that can reverse decades of hidden decline in just a few weeks. Number 5, strength training, the shield against your body's aging. Here's a fact that might scare you. After age 40, you lose about 3% to 8% of your muscle mass every decade. By age 70, most people have lost 30% or more of their strength. It's not just about looking fit. This muscle loss, called sarcopenia, is literally stealing your independence day by day. Walking doesn't work your glutes, hamstrings, biceps, or core the way resistance training does. Without regular strength challenges, even small ones, your body quietly loses its ability to do basic tasks. Getting out of a chair, carrying groceries, opening jars, or catching yourself if you start to fall. But here's the amazing news. Muscles respond at any age. I've seen people in their 80s regain strength they thought was gone forever. Helen started with the simplest exercises you can imagine. Wall push-ups while waiting for her morning coffee, using water bottles as dumbbells during TV commercials, and doing chair squats while brushing her teeth. In just 6 weeks, her transformation was noticeable. She could carry groceries again, felt steadier while walking, more confident in crowds, and even opened jars that had defeated her for years. "I feel like I've got my body back," she told me, tears in her eyes. Try this simple test right now. Sit in a sturdy chair and stand up without using your hands. Was it hard? That's your body sending you an urgent message. The good news? You can start rebuilding it today with exercises so simple you can do them while watching TV. If this message spoke to you, comment strength first below, and let's move on to the exercise that prevents the number 1 cause of hospitalization for older adults. Number 4, balance and stability training. Avoid the silent killer. Here's a statistic that should keep you up at night. Every 11 seconds, an older adult is treated in the ER for a fall-related injury. Falls aren't just accidents. They are the leading cause of injury death in adults over 65. And here's what most people don't know. These falls rarely happen while walking. They happen during everyday activities that require balance and stability. Let me tell you about David, a retired bus driver, 75 years old, who took pride in his daily walking routine. One afternoon, while stepping off a curb, his foot wobbled and he nearly fell. That moment of uncertainty deeply shook him. His doctor didn't tell him to walk more. Instead, he prescribed 3 specific balance exercises: standing on one foot while brushing his teeth, walking down the hallway heel to toe, taking side steps with his eyes closed. The result? In just 3 weeks, David stopped grabbing furniture unconsciously as he moved around his house. His confidence skyrocketed. Walking doesn't activate the vestibular system, the balance center in the inner ear. It doesn't challenge your ankle stabilizers or improve proprioception, which is your body's sense of where it is in space. These systems are what keep you upright when life throws you off balance. Want to test yourself right now? Stand near a counter for safety. Lift one foot and try to balance for 10 seconds with your eyes open. Now try it with your eyes closed. If you wobbled or couldn't hold it, your body is asking for help. The beauty of balance training is that it builds both physical stability and mental confidence. When you know your body will respond correctly in unexpected situations, you move through life with security instead of fear. If you're still watching and find this interesting, write "balance matters" in the comments, and let's move on to an area that affects how you feel every single day. Number 3, flexibility and mobility work, because life isn't a straight line. Walking keeps the legs moving, but it does almost nothing to stretch the muscles or maintain the range of motion in the joints. After age 70, what many older people dismiss as normal stiffness from aging is often simply the result of not using multiple directions of movement. Meet Marlene, a 78-year-old woman who loved gardening. Over the years, she noticed it was getting harder to do simple tasks, like looking over her shoulder while driving, reaching the back seat of her car, or bending down to care for her flower beds. It wasn't pain, it was limitation. Her joints were literally freezing from lack of varied movement. Her physical therapist didn't prescribe medication or surgery. Instead, she taught her 5 simple mobility exercises: gentle neck rotations, arm circles, seated spine twists, and modified toe touches. After just 30 days, Marlene was not only moving better but had returned to her garden to care for the flowers she loved so much. Walking is a linear movement, life is not. Every day you need to stretch, twist, bend, and reach in directions that walking never requires. When you lose this ability, simple activities become difficult or impossible. Try this self-test. Stand up and slowly turn your head to the left and then to the right. Do you feel any pulling, stiffness, or restriction? That's your body warning you that your mobility is decreasing. You don't need to be as flexible as a yoga instructor, but you should be able to move through life with ease and dignity. The most amazing part of flexibility work is how quickly you see results. Many of my patients notice improvements in just days, not weeks. Your body is designed to move freely. It just needs small reminders of what it's capable of doing. If this opened your eyes to something you've been ignoring, write "stretch to live" in the comments, and let's continue to an area that affects everything from your confidence to your pain levels. Number 2, core and posture training. The secret to staying upright and living pain-free. Here's something that might surprise you. Walking barely activates the deep core muscles. After age 70, a weak core is like a cracked foundation of a house. Over time, the whole structure starts to shift and fail. Let me introduce you to Leonard, a 76-year-old retired engineer who had always taken pride in standing tall and strong. But in recent years, his shoulders began to hunch forward. His lower back hurt after short walks, and he noticed he was unknowingly leaning forward. His daughter noticed the change and encouraged him to see a movement specialist. The diagnosis: postural atrophy. His core had weakened from years of underuse, and his body was literally collapsing inward. The solution wasn't surgery or medication, but intentional posture retraining. Leonard started doing 3 simple exercises: standing with his back against a wall for 2 minutes every morning, tilting his pelvis while watching TV, practicing deep breathing while gently tightening his lower belly. Within a month, his back pain decreased by 60%. He also noticed he was breathing better and had less heartburn, since posture affects internal organs, not just the spine. The core isn't just your abs, it includes deep stabilizers, the diaphragm, and all the muscles around the pelvis and lower back. These muscles are barely activated during walking, but they are essential for everything, from breathing efficiently to protecting your spine during daily activities. Want to check your posture right now? Stand with your back against a wall. Try to get your head, shoulders, and tailbone to touch the wall at the same time. Is it hard or uncomfortable? That's how your body shows how much your alignment has drifted. Bad posture isn't just about looks. It's about protecting your nervous system, keeping your breathing efficient, and preventing chronic pain that forces many older adults to limit their activities. If this sounds familiar, write the power of posture in the comments and let's move to the last area that could save your joints from unnecessary wear and tear. Number 1. Joint-friendly movement alternatives. Stop the wear and tear before it starts. Here's the truth about walking that nobody wants to talk about. For many people over 70, walking repeatedly, especially on hard surfaces, can strain the joints instead of protecting them. This is especially true if you haven't maintained the support muscles that keep the joints aligned. Malcolm, a 79-year-old hiker, kept up his daily 3-mile walks well into retirement. He was proud of his dedication and didn't understand why his knees and ankles were hurting more and more. An orthopedic exam showed early cartilage thinning. His doctor explained, walking without proper muscle support is like driving a car with misaligned wheels. The wear builds up over time. Malcolm made a simple but effective change. He replaced 2 of his weekly walks with water aerobics. He added Sunday sessions on a recumbent bike and included chair yoga in his morning routine. Within weeks, his knee swelling decreased, and he enjoyed his walks again, this time without fear or discomfort. What's the key? Walking can be healthy, but repetitive loading without muscle support speeds up joint damage, especially in weight-bearing joints like the knees, hips, and ankles. If you've noticed more stiffness or discomfort after walking, it's not just aging. It's your body asking for movement variety. Consider these joint-friendly alternatives. Water exercises that use buoyancy to reduce joint pressure. Tai Chi for gentle, flowing movements. Resistance band exercises you can do while seated. Stationary biking for cardiovascular benefits without impact. Here's a simple test. Sit in a firm chair and stand up without using your arms. If your knees or hips hurt, it's a clear sign they're absorbing too much impact without enough muscle support. Caring for your joints isn't about doing less. It's about moving smarter. Your joints are designed to last a lifetime, but only if you give them the support and variety they need. If this section opened your eyes to something important, write "Protect my joints" in the comments and let's put this all into action. Your complete action plan for ageless movement has reached the end, which tells me you're serious about taking control of your health and independence. Let's be honest. We may have relied too much on walking as the solution for healthy aging. Walking has undeniable value. It supports heart health, boosts mood, and keeps you active. But walking alone isn't enough to build the strength needed to prevent muscle loss, stimulate the balance systems that prevent falls, maintain the flexibility needed for daily activities, strengthen the core stability that protects the spine, provide movement variety that prevents joint wear after age 70. Your body deserves a more complete and careful approach. You need these 5 movement patterns to work together to create a version of yourself that's truly resilient and capable. Remember the stories you heard today: Helen regaining her strength and confidence, David improving his balance and stability, Marlene returning to her beloved garden, Leonard standing tall and pain-free, and Malcolm protecting his joints while staying active. None of these transformations required expensive equipment, gym memberships, or drastic lifestyle changes. They started with small, consistent actions and the willingness to try something new. If you spend just 10 to 15 minutes a day incorporating these 5 movement patterns, you might feel younger, move better, and keep your independence longer than you ever imagined. This is your challenge. Which of these 5 areas will you focus on first? Leave a comment below and say, "I'm going to start with." Your commitment could inspire someone else reading these comments right now who's wondering if it's possible to change at their age. If this video helped you see movement and exercise in a new light, hit the like button so YouTube can share it with more older adults who desperately need this information. Share it with family, friends, or anyone over 60 who could benefit from understanding these principles. Make sure you're subscribed and Have notifications on because I'll be sharing more movement and health strategies designed specifically for older adults, including the 3 common exercises that are secretly damaging aging joints. Even though most doctors recommend them, your strength, stability, and independence are too valuable to leave to chance. Take action today. Pick one area to focus on and give your body the complete movement it truly needs. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and remember, it's never too late to move better and feel younger.